But yeah, that's all I have for general overview facts. You got any trivia, Mike?
Well, I got some fun info here. So the director, Matthew Vaughn, also directed the Kingsman movies, which I'm a huge fan of. The first Kingsman is incredible.
I haven't seen the second, but the first Kingsman is a really good movie, especially if you're into like the campy Bond movies.
Yeah, and it's like what I want James Bond to be, because it's like wild fight scenes with espionage and cute boys. And so he directed those, as well as X-Men First Class, and he has a story by credit on X-Men Days of Future Past, directed by none other than Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer!
Shit. Oh.
He has written a Bryan Singer movie, Matthew Vaughn has.
And then he wrote this movie directed towards teenagers, probably at the behest of Bryan Singer.
Yeah. Gun to his head, really.
By Hit Girl.
Yeah, Hit Girl, who
acts the way that she does because she was traumatized by Bryan. Never mind, I'm not.
Yeah, Bryan Singer has said in the past that if he had to choose one girl, it would be Hit Girl circa 2010. So some trivia for you. After being rejected by every studio they approached, they raised the budget at a dinner party and ended up making the movie independently. Ultimately sold it to Universal for more than they had originally asked them for. But before ending up at Lionsgate, the producers gave them an ultimatum, basically saying that either take Hit Girl out or make her 19.
Oh, that's ridiculous, dude. If
that
she was
takes
19,
away like all of the charm of this movie.
Yeah, if she was 19, like what type of people our age would have jerked off to her back then?
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Also, not to get too deep into my thoughts already, but Hit Girl is the best character in this movie, and if they would have taken her out, I would shoot somebody in the head in Aurora. Nicolas Cage modeled his speech mannerisms as Big Daddy on the original Adam West Batman. Which
I did. What?
Yeah.
How? What? He can't do impressions and he can't do accents either. What the fuck?
So apparently during the costume fitting, he was like trying to work up an Adam West impression, and basically Vaughn was just happy to have anything that wasn't Christian Bale's gravel voice from The Dark Knight.
Okay, fuck it. Never mind. I will accept that. But the Adam West impression, no.
I will say I do really like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, or I did. I haven't watched them in a very long time.
They're still really good, honestly.
But the Christian Bale Batman voice is so fucking stupid and annoying.
Oh, you don't like it when it goes like this? He sounds like Cookie Monster vocals from a death metal band in the mid-90s.
See, that really fit there. But yeah, that I don't know. He's fucking rich as fuck. Why didn't he get like some sort of like voice modulator he could put in his mouth?
Because that's not fucking cool. That's why. And his voice in the fucking Christopher Nolan Batman movies is fucking cool.
Yeah, and he also wanted to distract from how fucking stupid Tom Hardy sounded as Bane.
You think you're safe right now? Let me tell you, my accent is very stupid. You have diarrhea in your pants. I was born in it.
That's all I got.
I was Zenderly and I came a lot.
What else do I got here? Daniel Craig and Mark Wahlberg were considered for the role of Big Daddy before Nicolas Cage was cast.
That is a fucking awful casting choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Daniel Craig would be fucking strange.
Yeah. I mean, I love Daniel Craig, but not in this role.
They should have gotten Pierce Brosnan instead. That would have been way better.
They should have got fucking Roger Moore's corpse.
You know, actually, besides Knives Out and the Bond movies, what has Daniel Craig been in?
He's in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, I never actually watched that.
That's right, he was.
Knives Out is fucking great, though.
Knives Out is very good. I liked it a lot. It was a top 10 of last year.
Well, you talk about Scott Pilgrim. You know what? Knives Out should have been in that movie because Scott Pilgrim should not be grooming a 17-year-old.
Oh, Knives Chow. Nailed it.
Nice.
But also the role of Big Daddy was apparently intended for Brad Pitt, who is good friends with Matthew Vaughn. But
awful choices.
Yeah, seriously. For Mark Wahlberg would just be fucking terrible, and it's obvious. I feel like I don't have to discuss how terrible that is. That's just obvious.
It's awful.
But
it would be. It's very interesting to think about how this movie would be remembered in comparison to how it is now if fucking Mark Wahlberg was Big Daddy.
oh yeah,
And it's not even like Big Daddy's I mean, he's a major character, but
he's not central.
yeah. But
Yeah,
if it was
kind of,
if it was Mark Wahlberg, it would be like you would have to fixate on just like, hey, I'm training my daughter to freaking shoot over here.
You know, he would sound like his role in The Happening.
No. One of the greatest scenes in film history.
They should have gotten Donnie Wahlberg instead. At least Donnie Wahlberg can act.
Get one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he apparently Brad Pitt only didn't end up as Big Daddy because he chose to film Inglourious Bastards instead, which was a terrific choice.
Yeah,
way better
because
choice.
that movie's amazing. And
that movie's great, and
he's actually good in it, though.
I think
Yeah.
both of those movies probably turned out better for that choice,
Yeah.
honestly. But
100%. And then the last thing that I have is that the rights to the film version were actually sold before the comic book was even published.
really,
Wait, really?
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
I thought the comic book probably came out way before. Really?
Can you check the date on when it came out? I think it did come out
well,
before. but-
Kick-Ass was released in like books. It wasn't
Okay.
released in issue form,
Gotcha.
too. So, and this movie is based on Kick-Ass Book 1, which came out in.
We're having technical difficulties. She's just having a hard time.
I've had
remembering
like
all the
2
details.
drinks right now. There's a lot of
There's
info
audio
on
cut
Wikipedia.
out.
I'll cut it in and post. Fuck it. Isn't that crazy when it came out?
That is crazy
it's
when
fucking
it did
nuts,
come out.
dude.
But
That scared the shit out of me. Kick-Ass Book 1 was released in February of 2008. But
Sorry.
the last part of that was that the Kick-Ass's name, Dave Lazuski, was chosen at a charity auction. The winner of the charity was able to pick the name of the main character, and he chose his own name instead of saying, like, what if you named him Butt Fart Shithead? So,
And this kid probably is dying of cancer, and he just named after a kid who's dying of
so this
cancer.
was slightly before internet irony had affected the entirety of the current generation.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
it, okay. So
If
this
I
was
had
where
won
you
that-
had to be in the know to be doing stupid shit like that.
if I had won the competition, I would have named him Bodie McBoatface.
yeah, they were really playing it fast and loose there. They could have ended up with a main character that was named, like, Stickle Fritz Dick Taster or something. Like,
And then a character called Hitler Did Nothing Wrong Mountain Dew KFC.
just very risky on their part to. I mean, if it was naming a side character, maybe, but naming the main character.
They would have named Hit Girl Squirtin' Granny or something.
Honestly, I think they should have named. It would have been pretty funny if she was named Squirtin' Granny. Maybe not appropriate, but I mean,
Less inappropriate than what Hit Girl does in this movie. Though.
yeah, I mean, she's like an 8-year-old girl who like murders people and says cunts. Well, not with a British accent, but